don't know why you can't see that as much. Oh, no. Where's my remote? Ah, it's down there.
It's that time again. Me and Anna are currently on holiday, so I figured this was a good chance to do another Q&A on the channel. So a couple of days ago, I asked for some questions over on the channel community page. Also asked people to thumbs up the questions they most.
I don't know why that's right. Oh. Right, let's just getting semi-ready here. Okay, let's God, I was just about to send you a link, but you're obviously tuned in. Right, just getting this cable sorted. Right, I don't actually, when I think about it, I've got the phone charging down there. I wonder if there's a way. Oh, this cable. There's so much weight in this cable. It's kind of just. I might get wee rubber feet in my. Might upgrade my camera here or my. What do you call it? My. Oh my god, words. My. Whoa, that's loud. What's the word I'm looking for? Just not tripod. Selfie camera phone holder thing. Oh, jeez, man. Anyway, to see, I need to get on me just to make sure that sound is coming through, which I think we are. Selfie camera phone holder thing. Anyway, to see, I need to get on me. Yeah, that's actually. Sound is coming through, which I think we are. I might move this actually. So this is my little home thing, which I've got sitting there, but it kind of just gets in the way, angle wise. So I'm going to move that and get that there. That'll probably be better. I might actually tidy the bottom of my table. I've also got this, which I've got sitting there. I actually got this the other day. So it's a little, it's like a little Disney Pixar lamp. So I actually got this for my Titanic. I only bought one. So it hinges up like this. So it's got 2 points articulation. So if I put it here, you can actually see. So if I do this, you can actually get a decent little bit of light on it. And what I was thinking was my Titanic, if I put it back just a little bit, I could put 2 of these lights, one either side. It just takes like a little, I think it takes little button cell batteries. Sugar. But it's a wee bit chintzy, as we say in the up here. I mean, it's not bad. It kind of does a job. So I've actually got it illuminating the box art here, but I don't know if you can see that. It kind of loses a little bit of power. So I've got it there. Anyway, I need to get chat. Okay. You and Taco Bell again. Right, I'm gonna get the phone. I've only gave it a little charge. Should be enough charge just to keep chat. Oh. So this is my. Let's wake him up. Let's wake him up. So this is not the Lego build. This is actually a R2-D2 unit I've had for a while. But he just does. What's this? Right, let's get the chat up. I'm not going to leave him on because I think he could be quite annoying. Right. Oh. Yeah, this phone is not good. So chatting this phone, yeah, there we go. Right, that's us. Right, we're up and running. Right, he's up. Do you know what? Whoa. Aye, I'm trying to switch you off, you numpty. He's quite good, but he's very loud. So we basically built this. I may actually go back and you'll probably not really be able to see it, but at the back there, I had a little bubble. But I actually think it's a little bit of dust went under. So what I might actually do is potentially just get a new sticker for it. Because it's really annoying, and I don't know, I may even get just a grey brick as well. Just get the two. I might just email Lego. Right, so, and then we built this little part, so I put a little message for Anya inside, a little secret massage. Hi Tony, how you doing, buddy? So I'm going to get my builder instructions up. So this is to complement the C3PO that we built the other day, or last week. I think we started it probably about a week ago, and we finished it there on Wednesday. So this build shouldn't really take much. We're basically in bag 7 of 12, so there's not really that much to go. So we're building the head, which there's probably an adult joke there somewhere, but I'm not going to get into it. So yeah, we did get. So I've actually joined these together because you do get this 2x4 brick. So I've joined these together. So that's the two special 25th anniversary figures. We got this one here, Darth Malik, in the R2-D2 pack. So we'll just keep them there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open my blinds because that does let a bit more light. I don't really want to light everything up. Kind of a bit of an overcast day here. So bag 7. Oh. Yeah, that's where we finished. Yeah, bag 7. So the bags are not really, they're not really big, chunky bags. And then this is the little minifig that we got with R2-D2, which is quite good because the C3PO was the same. This has got like back printing on it, so it's got front and back prints. And really that's going to go with the R2-D2 one that we got. And that's got dual moulded legs. Listen to me, Mr. Minifig. Right, I don't know how to put that light on, I really don't. I quite like having this little box illuminated behind me. I might actually look in after this stream, I might get this, the bottom of my table sorted, because I've got a lot of, I'm not saying junk, but I have. There's a lot of crap down the bottom there. So I'm thinking of just getting that a little bit more sort of clean. And I'm thinking of maybe getting some different angle. I could probably actually, do you know what? Is it possible, could I come closer? I might just, leave it there. Right, let's go. Although I do find, it looks actually quite good on camera, but I know for me personally it's quite dull. So here we go. Let us continue. Well, I'll tell you one thing, work was, man, that was a brutal shift, yes, last night, or this morning. Do you know, I might actually have to put on my light, to be honest. Wonder if I could put this one on initial, just to see what it's like. But yeah, it was tough. That might be a bit loud, actually. It's nice, it's Blade Runner radio. Right, this is going here. But yeah, it was a brutally tough shift last night. So hard mentally. I think for me, mentally, it was tough. But basically, at work, we're pretty much under the cosh. So we've actually got. Oh, I built that one. Is that? Ooh, so that should be up there actually. Yeah, we're really under pressure at work, and it's just the way it is. Illness is really kind of, some people are off, and it's yeah, politics and all that. Oh, it's going that side. And I actually probably really should be careful. I mean, nah, I'm not going to say anymore. I'm not saying that certain people watch my stream, but I've got to be careful in a way. But, nah, it's tough. It ain't easy. I mean, I actually slept quite a lot today. Intentionally, my plan was to sleep to 12. 11, I actually set my alarm for 12. I was going to set an alarm for 11 and 12. I ended up just setting an alarm for setting an alarm for 12, and I got up. I think I went for a pee, went back to my bed, and you know that way where you're, the worst case scenario, you're just lying, and you're kind of like, you're that way. You're really just so tired. Whereas if you just get up and maybe even go for a walk or just do something proactive, but you don't. You just basically sleep, and you get that groggy way where you're just basically just sleeping. Right, I see what they've done. Right, I gotcha. So this is bolting on here, the old Michael Bolton. Right, if I if I actually built this, I'm sure I have built it the right way. Yeah, so it's going up in these edges, so I see where it's going. I see you, baby. Don't know why, but I'm. Right, that's like that, right? Okay, and that's like that. Oh, is there a gap? Wait. Right. It's kind of weird. They've got these brick elements here. I don't really where it's going in this piece. There's like a little gap. So there's a little recess here in this little pocket, and it kind of looks as if they've got it going up. I think it's going like that. So initially I thought these were sitting flush up with this part, but it's not. That's the beauty of having the 3D plans. It's just night and day. Right, so we're building up. I think this is the front element of his helmet. The old helmet. Oh, we've got a sticker element. Right, I'm going to put it on. Right, I'm going to clean this. In fact, you know what? Give me a... It's very unprofessional doing it with a... Oh, I've got McDonald's mats. No mats, but McDonald's... Is it McDonald's branded? Serviettes, there's a proper word. So I've got a proper duster cloth here. Let's give it a good clean. Right. Stickers. So we have got this element here, and it's going like that. And that's going like this. So sticker number 2. Right, we're going up. I've cleaned it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get replacements for that. So I really don't know what we're gonna build next. We have got some options. I must admit, so it's not really a spoiler alert, but we actually do have a little bit of an influx of Star Wars sets, which is not a bad thing. You know, as I say, I was one of these guys that, you know, was very much like, oh, I don't really have a lot of Star Wars, and then all of a sudden, you know, I just have really ramped up the old Star Wars collection, which is not a bad thing. You know, being a Star Wars fan, it's good. So we've got a little green puck going in the outside here. But yeah, we do have a lot of options in terms of kits. There's actually a few ones I've got to build for. There's like a Halloween-esque type affair. There's a couple of options basically. Right, so just building on some little. In fact, if you look here, it's the kind of lens elements. I think. Is this the back maybe? Well, that's finished. So this is going to go on. So, yeah, it's going in the front. So there's a little white piece here. So there we go. So you can actually see how they're creating the kind of dome shape of the old cranium. So again, just rinse and repeat. So I hope you're doing well, Anya, and I hope you're not getting annoyed by your brothers. Yeah, a bit of a mucky day today. Although I think, are they going to the football, did you say, Anya? What football's on, actually? I don't think air play today. So we're building up the same kind of paneling that we had before. Again, we've got the little... Oh, a little stick. Now, where's that going? Right, it's going up the side. So what I might do is I might take this, put this little piece on, get my little, give it our little queen. Give that a little queen, stick it. I don't think it matters what way this goes. I think it's just a little silver detail in the panel. Then just turn to the side here. There we go. Peel that off if I can get it. There we go. And then that's going just up here. The football is tomorrow. Well, that's all that matters. I wonder who's playing. Mind you, it'll be probably Premierships football be on. Right, so this is going to go just here. So again, we're just adding to the paneling. So we're getting a nice little head shape. And then probably the last side of the panel, which has got another sticker element. Yeah, and enjoyed going out yesterday. It just... Burnley versus Forest, Plastic versus Celtic. Oh god. Plastic Thistle. Oh, that'll be the cup probably, I'd imagine. That they knocked us out of. Mind you, Ayers just I mean, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's terrible at Somerset. I think a lot of people in Ayr over dramatise all the time. It's like, oh, we're not doing well. Ooh. Just, they need to calm down a little bit and just, you know, just unhinge a little. I mean, I really don't care too much for football. I don't say I don't care. I do enjoy my team, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, it's. I mean, Air's the worst for just people just, you know, wanting rid of the manager, and it's like, yeah. There we go. So I think that's the last sticker on. Oh, we've got a little part in here, just a little green. Must be a little filler piece. Right, this is going here. Here. Is that right? No. There, that's it. Ba 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 baby bell. Oh, songs in my head now. Yeah, that's going up here. I see what they're doing. Well, I see what they're doing, but I can kind of get the drift. The old Tokyo drift. Yeah, but that fish supper was, in fact, I would actually say, so I paid £10.43, and I got I got a pint, a cider, which was like, say, £3 odd, a fish supper, 2 slices of bread, and two portions of word pack for you know, £10.34. Which I think is pretty good, and the fish is on par with, I would say, like a really good fish and chips. You know, it wasn't. I mean, you could probably turn around and go, "Oh, it was okay." Yeah, it was good. It was a good fish supper. That's the thing I really like about Witherspoons. It's decent grub. A lot of people quaff at it. But you know, it's just good grub, you know. And you, like, I sat there with my table, didn't have to go anywhere. It was only me. Sometimes, you know, there's nothing worse when you get into a pub and you've got to go up and order stuff. The great thing with Westkirk, or I was going to say in general probably Witherspoons, is I can sit at my table and order drinks and stuff, and it just means I don't need to get up, so I can, you know, I've got security, which is good. So it's just a great little pub. So that's creating the angle, which is quite nice. So it just creates these little eyepiece element. Right, we've got a brick going here. A little cheesy wedge. Or a little wedge piece in general. I don't know if it's a true wedge piece. Right, that, oh god, I've lost my, there it is, it's going in there. It's going in there and it's creating a little bit of an angle, which is good. building another little piece here. Down to the bricks. How you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome in. Quite nice. So that's the head complete. We've got some spares here, the usual affair. Right, this is going to snap onto the body now. So we've got the front, obviously. Oh, are you ready? Oh, I was going to say I thought that went down a little bit further, but there we go. There's the head element. And it obviously rotates. There is a little bit of a sound. I don't know if you can hear it. So we're actually looking really good compared to my model here. It's the exact same scale. Right, onwards and downwards. Bag 8. Again, not a lot in it. So this is going to be one of the legs. So bag 8 and bag 9 are probably going to be fairly similar in terms of, you know, the content. If it's right and left, the legs. So thanks for coming in, down to the bricks. I don't know where you're from, even if you put in chat where you're from, if you want to divulge that information. Don't have to, but it's always nice to see where everybody is in the world. Right, here we go. Dee 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 dee. So I'm in my wee happy place. Yeah, the bags are quite small, Anya. They're not like almost like the tuxedo cat. Very sort of bite-sized. You don't really. I think Lego. I think you do get some really, like the Titanic and maybe some other builds that we've got coming up could be quite meaty. Yeah, it's proven to be a really nice build down to the bricks. It's yeah, it's going together really well. And just a nice kind of, I think Lego is relaxing, and I think that's one of the reasons why I personally like Lego. But I think also it's nice when it goes together well. It's fairly, you know, it's not intense in terms of technical elements. You know, it's quite sort of, let's say basic, but I mean that in a good way, not in a bad way. But I think of this, I think there's another 2 sets in the R2-D2. I think the other 2 are retired sets, but they're a little bit bigger. So compared to C3PO. So when we finish this, we're going to pose the 2 of them together. I don't know if I would actually quite like to build a, you know, incorporate them both together in some kind of diorama effect, you know, like a base that puts the 2 of them together. I think could be quite good, but I would need to look into that. I would need to, you know, see once I finish it, I can maybe even sort of look at it and kind of maybe come up with some ideas if possible. I don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these people that scratch builds a lot. You know, I do tinker a little bit with some builds, and I kind of sometimes do upgrade sets slightly. But I mean, my upgrades are very small upgrades. So I did upgrade the Titanic as one of them, if you look at my channel. Just small aesthetic upgrades, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not like one of these people that will, you know, like rebuild something. Whoa, quite a lot of elements going on here. We've got these side elements going on. Now we've got a little grey brick. Where's the grey brick? Put these on first. Oh no, that's already there. Yeah, that's going further up, sorry. That's what it is. But yeah, I picked this up in Smith's. It was $66.99, I believe, which is quite a good buy. Are you ready? Right. Do you know what? I need to watch you Disney fly off the table. He's got a habit of just shooting off. Whoa, easy, Tiger. Jeez. Go that way. Stop. Do you know what? Go forward a wee bit. Aye, now you go forward. Yeah, he's a wee bit of a rogue. An absolute gabba. Gabba dabba. Just don't reverse back. If you're going to reverse back, tell me before you do it. Ah, you just keep there. Yeah, he's got a wee bit of sun damage on. I need to maybe give you a wee clean. You got a wee bit of sun. That's the problems of sunbathing. I wonder if that was like a low battery. That didn't sound too healthy. Do you know what? I think his batteries have went. I think his batteries are getting low. I think his batteries are getting flat. Are your batteries getting flat, R2? Yeah, I think you need new batteries. Well, you need to go to the shop and get them. Ah, well, you need to get batteries, mate. So you could have went to the shop and got your batteries. Exactly. I think his wee batteries are drained. Takes like 6 double A's. I need to get some. Yeah, I think he's went off again. You quiet, old boy, R2. Oi. Do you know what I should get? Whoa! Don't go forward. No, go forward. Your batteries are getting low. I wonder if need to see if I can get there's an app for them. Just go forward. Droid control. Let's see. Whoa. Whoa! What are you doing? Just, mate, go. You're corrupting my bricks. I think this is it. So, I need to sign in. Because he does a little dance. Oh, do you know what? I need to get my... I can do it on my phone. That's what I was... Use... Stay easy. Yeah, I need to get... Because I don't think he does the dance normal. He does a wee cantina dance. But I need to clean him. As I say, he's got a little bit of damage on him. Hey mate, you need to stop coming back. Do you know what? I need batteries for my Chewy mask as well. So I'm building little leg pieces here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, batteries seem to be no bad. You got another piece going here. Oh, that's going down the bottom, so... Don't know what he's doing, man. He's going nuts. What are you saying? Yeah, I'm building you. I suppose it does mean you're famous, but... Well... Famous enough. Alright, we're building this over the other side. So, there we go, that builds up there. Whoa! Woo, baby! Oh, that was close. You nearly went in the sofa. You're a right blether, aren't you? It's quite good actually. I bought him. I bought him a while back. As I say, down at my old house, he kind of just sat. Are you hiding a piece? It's funny. They've got. Oh, they have. Right, R2, have you? Oh, what? Go away. You hid this piece. No, I was looking for it. You hid it. Because you're coming back and forth like a right. Yeah, I think Anya's right. I think I'm going to need to switch you off. Bye, R2. Bye, R2. Jeez. Well, that was a wee dance he did at the end there. That's quite good. Yeah, he's quite vocal though. So here we go, building up the leg here. Which is actually turning out quite nice. The white's nice. It's a nice contrast with the dark navy blue as well. But yeah, he's actually a bag of fun. You know, even just putting him on in the background and just letting him do his stuff. On the floor outside, it's good because there's plenty of space. He's not going to fall off the table. So we've got a little actuator here. Do 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 do. Right, if you maybe just go there, because I've switched you off, you're not going to go rogue and fly off the table. Right, this panel's going up here. Oh, that's quite nice. It's nice how they've created that little top half with a nice curved section. So as you can probably tell, I mean, obviously I'm talking to Anya and co, but talking to the whole world that may watch this, you can see that I'm a bit of a Star Wars fan, which is kind of funny how my Lego Star Wars has been quite, it's now starting to kind of take off a little bit. But I've kind of not really done a lot in Lego for Star Wars, so I've kind of kept away from it. So that is the leg complete. So this is now going to go on here on this side of the body. Now, oh, I wonder is that Ricky that. Don't know why I had to make that sound. Now we've got a little additional piece. We've got some couple of parts left, so I'd imagine we've got a little thing going on somewhere. Okay, so this is going in here, which is just going to finish off this little part in here, which is nice. If it goes in, why am I not getting this? There we go. Well, that's nice. And I imagine we're going to have a little, I think we're going to have a little bolt type of thing, the old Usain Bolt, or an actuator or something. These builds are really fun, actually. You know, I think the C3PO build was absolutely superb, and I like how the little minifigs are nice minifigs for them. So we've got a little pole going here. Oh, I'm going to turn that round the other way so that the little hole's facing the back. So there's a little a little printed hole at the back. I usually put that facing away. So this is going into the leg detail here. So it's clipping in. That's quite a nice little detail up the side of the leg there. And then we do have one of these going in. So it's almost going to cap off the top of the leg joint. And I think these are going to be spares, yep. So that's the one leg done. So bag 9, I would imagine, is going to be the other side. Do you know what? I think this is actually going to be the feet. So I think we're going to be building the feet of that leg. Because I can see little greeblies, which is... Anya's probably going to start laughing. We've got some greeblies, so... So greeblies, for anybody that doesn't know, is little parts. It's a technical term for, especially for like sci-fi programs. So you'll take, and the other term for it was basically kit bashing. So kit bashing was taking, basically like, for instance, a Spitfire and an F-14 Tomcat. These are words that probably a lot of people don't understand, but if you know anything about planes, you know what I'm talking about. A car, a Porsche 911, you know, a whole collection of stuff, and you basically build a ship craft from those kits, and it's called kit bashing. And then what you do is you would build this thing up, you would decorate it. So you'd have what's basically called the term greeblies, and greeblies are little parts that you just add to a model just to make it interesting, make it a little bit different. And I don't know where that, somebody obviously came up with that term. Now whether, I know Adam Savage uses it quite a lot. He worked in Industrial Light Magic, ILM, which was the Star Wars model makers, and they obviously made ships for Star Wars. And I think on the Millennium Falcon, in one of the sides, there's is it a gearbox for a Porsche 911. That's one of the greeblies attached to the side. So there's stuff on the Millennium Falcon and other parts that you just know. If you've ever built one of these kits, you know exactly what it is, basically. So here we are going to be building the feet. The old feeties. Right, so we're building a little, again my favourite word, a little sub-assembly, but that's exactly what it is. So it's a sub-assembly. Do 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 do. So I hope it's all well up, and I'm probably aiming at Anya here, but she's up in East Kilbride. So but I hope everything's good up there. Right, so these pins are going in. These are like weird. I've never seen, don't know if I've ever seen these Technic pins. But they're going right through. Imagine these are going to bolt on somewhere. Right, so they're going in there. So, yeah, that makes sense. So the pin was loose, but this piece at the back holds the pins in. Little jumper plate. And then we've got this black collar's going on here. We've got a red Technic 3 just going in there. Right, we've got an L bracket, another Technic pin. I think that's just sitting up. It's just going in here. Yeah, so they've got it like, yeah, it's just sitting in between these two elements here. Right, we're building up another block here. Get the old snap. Again. Snap. And you like a bit of snappage. It's funny, I kind of miss R2. No yapping. Yeah, I need to get batteries for him, I think. I think he could be quite thirsty in batteries. Right, this is sitting on. So that's sitting on like this. So that sandwiches this in here, and it kind of keeps that part from falling out. Right, that's complete. Right, that's going in this way. So I see where they're going. There we go. So got this kind of thing going on. What's going on? That song's in my head. It's a canteen song, I think, from Star Wars. Do you know, I really need to watch Star Wars. I probably should really watch it with Anya. Right, we've got a little, yeah, it creates the angle. So that's like a stopper element up here. So it stops that from over rotating. And this one holds it. Yeah, so. Oh, I've heard it. Do you know what that is? I bet you that's that black. Yeah, I see you, boy. I see you, boy. He got you. Oh my goodness, that shot out my hand. That's a double whammer. A double whammer, Alabama. Oh. Who says Lego's easy? Going to order Indian, be back soon. Okay, Anya. You know my address. Do you know, that's put me in the mood for an Indian. There we go. Little piece up the side there. And that's it complete. So this is now going on here. So this little pin here is going through this pin at the bottom. Okay. So that's quite nice. As you can see that it creates, there's a little bit of a hinge element. Right, what we're building now, we're building up some kind of piece here. excuse me. Double whammer. Right, the old bullion. I love these little bullion gold bar elements. I think they're always really nice, especially when you get different colours. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. You're quite far away. So let me bring you in a bit here. Dee 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 dee. Right, we've got this poddy type thing. Right, that's going the other side. So that's going on. That's going like out this way. So I see where it's going. There we go. So that's just fitting on the bottom of the leg here. You can see the little hinge element. So I'm going to keep him like this because he's quite unruly. Right, so these are like little lasso type things. So these are fitting in. We've got the far away one is going plugging in bottom one. And then this one here is going the top one. Quite a good use of these elements actually. So there we go, we've got little wires going in. So you can see there, quite a nice little detail. Right, we have got that's going that way. Oh, Nick man, hello. How are you doing? I'm good. WW2 Lego stop motions. Is that World War II Lego stop motions? And Jack is at the max. Welcome all. How yous all doing? I am good. Building Lego, so I'm extremely happy. You're doing a raid, the cucumber. Holy baloney. Welcome everybody. Jeez, we're I don't think I've ever had a raid before, do you know that? So Nick Man has raided. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated, I'm not going to lie. So we're just building the R2-D2. I need to remember and follow these people and stuff. How you doing, Nick man? Thanks for the raid. It's greatly appreciated. Get something new every day, as I say. As I say, I don't think I've ever really had a raid before. Right, look at this little piece here, which is quite nice. Oh, now that is going in here, so the old clickage. That's how that's going. Hold on, where's that going? Do you know, it must be... Wait a minute, I don't see where that's going. Is that just I think this is an accessory. So I think this is going to go here. So it's not on here at the moment, but I think that is a little side piece. So I believe that you can have this sitting out. So my moderator, I mean, I've only got a really small channel anyway, folks. So bag 10 we're on. Again, the bags are not really all that big, so we do have some little spares here. So I do believe you can have the attachment in or out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this attachment. I'm going to actually have it so that it's in. So if I take that off, keep them, because obviously I need to maybe show and put that element in there. So that would be it closed up. So I'm going to keep it like that for the time being. So I've got some little spares here, which is always nice. Hi Dan, how you doing? Hi Kate. Spaceship in the back, yeah, not a problem. Right, we built this the other day. This is C3PO. This is the Millennium. Oh, is it? Right, what one is it? I take it. That's the Millennium Falcon. Now, it's probably the other one you mean. So that's the Millennium Falcon that we built, the little mid-size, or the small scale Starship series. Now, is it the big white one? In fact, I'll just get that. Oh, I think I've disturbed the force for this one. So I'm going to push him back a smidge. This one here. So this is the Saturn V. This is a retired set. It all separates basically. But this is the Saturn V rocket that took Neil Armstrong to the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and is it Michael Collins? Yeah, it's a pretty big. It's a pretty big set, but it all separates. So this top part, like you can't actually see it, but this whole part separates down. So this is your upper stage. So that's what you're left with, this. And then this part here, I've actually just replaced the clips. So that's your second stage. And then this is the main section here. And there's also the moon landers in here as well. I'm not gonna deconstruct it because it's quite a technical build, but it all snaps back together with pins or clips. Get this one the right orientation. There we go. But that's a retired set. I think they re-released this back in. When did they re-release this? It got re-released a few years back, but since then sadly it has become retired as a retired set. There you go. Yeah, Kevin's kind of spamming some stuff. I might have to hide. So welcome in, folks. So we're in bag 10. Yeah, we've got another couple of bags. I don't know whether... No, I've got a mod. Not that my channel really needs it as much. Yeah, so we did get a raid there, which was quite interesting. First time for everything, I suppose. So I think we're going to be building the other leg. Yeah, Nick Man, I think, just came in, popped away. But much appreciated for the raid. But I'm just a small channel. I've been building a lot of Lego since I moved into this flat, this house. I've sort of ramped up my Lego builds, and I started to stream Lego. Right, I'm gonna. Yeah, a little bit too much in the old emojis. So yeah, I do other stuff as well. I play a lot of golf and digital golf, that is. Yeah, just kind of just slightly downscale the emojis. We're kind of appreciate it. Appreciate people coming in, but maybe in terms of chat, it's kind of distracting a little bit. There's a bit I'm looking for. There it is. Got it. I'm in Scotland, southwest of Scotland, just probably about 36 miles southwest of Glasgow, or southeast. No, southwest. I was right the first time. But yeah, Scotland in the UK. You can probably tell by the accent, it's a little bit kind of quirky. British. Yeah, I'm from the UK, Britain, Great Britain and Ireland, United Kingdom. It comes under many different forms. I kind of really class myself as being really Scottish. But yeah, we're part of the UK. Yeah, the UK is it's an interesting place to live. I think there's a lot of things going on, like a lot of countries actually. It's wagwang. It's funny how Lego. There. I was gonna say, Lego pieces just sometimes disappear into almost like nothing. So we're building the next leg, which is pretty much the same as the other leg. So we kind of know what we're doing. Hi Brad F, how you doing? I heard the housing prices in the UK are worse than America's. Do you know? It's funny in a way. I was fortunate to have. Obviously, I was in a relationship for almost 20 years. I say 20 years. It's like I think when it ended, it was 20 years. But I think the announcement before it ended was just before it. But I moved into this house flat. It's a flat, but it feels more of a house in a way, in my terms. And to be honest, I mean, price wise, yeah, I paid. I say I paid my brother. My brother really. I'm fortunate enough to have a brother that was quite good with money. And no, I'm not saying that I'm not good with money. I mean, I spend it in Lego and stuff, but no, it's yeah. He was a saver, and I was really fortunate enough to have a brother like that because he helped me out in a not in I mean, not in a bad way, but you know, I wasn't like destitute. But you know, I wasn't a very sticky wicket in terms of, you know, potentially not having my own place sort of thing. And he just obviously bought this house, and you know, I can't thank him enough. It's and obviously like, you know, without going into great details, this will be my house in the future because you know my inheritance type of thing. So you know, but it's good. It's good that I've got somewhere where I can just call my own. But yeah, house prices. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not gonna lie. It's buying a house was a very no. I've got a partner. She's up at East Kilbride at the moment. Um, but she does. We do stay back and forth. But yeah, I do have a partner, which is good. But it's a nice little house, or flat. I keep saying house. I think I prefer house and flat because I think when you say flat, I always think of like a big, massive, like high rise type flat. You know, that kind of affair. So I like to call this a house. It's just, I think it sounds better, if I'm honest. But yeah, I was really fortunate with having a brother that, you know, had a little bit of financial acumen. But yeah, it's good. I mean, America, jeez. Spiffy squirrel. I'm not, like, I mean, I imagine it'll be the same pretty much everywhere. I know, like, here in the UK, you could at one point buy a house off the council, which actually ended up being quite reasonable. Um, Let me drink of the old zero sugar monster. Keep the old energy up. So this is going to be the other leg. If I'll turn him round. So this is what we've built so far. It's a little bit unstable because we've only got he's got the single peg leg. So we are building up the other leg. I am off to the Philippines. Cheapest trips to live there. Yeah, I know a lot of people. I say I know, but you know, there's a lot of people that I watched on YouTube that went there. Australia. Yeah. It's funny, and you know, you think that the world as a whole, and you think of all the opportunities that you've got where you can go. I've never really thought of moving out of Scotland. I think, to be honest, I think probably in my younger years I would have loved to have went to America, but you know, I think also looking at that's maybe not as you know, it's not as good as what it probably used to be. Governed by a clown. Yeah, Australia, it's that's there. Right, there we go. So we're putting on the little bottom piece here. Me, I'm going to Jamaica. Jamaica. Yeah, I'll stay in the UK. I think if I went somewhere, I think I would miss Scotland. You know, yeah, it's Scotland's got beauty. It's also got some, you know, sometimes it's maybe you know, the weather's not as good, to be honest. I think if Scotland had semi-decent weather, it would be a great place to stay. But I think you make your own, like, you know, at the end of the day, whether you're rich and famous, whether you own a boat, whatever the case may be, we all live in, you know, one side, you know, planet Earth. As long as you're happy, I think that's the main thing. Whoa. Time are we at? Nah, it's just left 4:42 here in the UK. Still got another 2 bags to do. I should get this finished. And then I probably need to see about getting something for dinner. I'm not going to lie, I'm not that I'm going to get a takeaway, but a takeaway actually does fit the bill. But I got a takeaway the other day actually. So we go, building up the other leg. So is anyone out there building Lego at the moment? And if so, what are you building? Just for interest. So we're building this other little side here. Square it off. Yeah, I think actually my uncle, I think he was going to move to Philadelphia actually. Way back in the day, but it didn't really happen. But I don't know, actually don't know when that was. I don't know whether that was my dad. I'm trying to think if it was while my dad and him were kind of young, but I can't remember. Nice little build this. Yeah, it's a nice little design on the R2 unit. Right, so this is now going to go on here. So I'm probably just going to keep him down here, and this is just going to slide in. You get through that little hole, then get it pressed onto the side, and then we've got some articulation. Articulation! But remember, this is the little collar piece, so just keep the R2 unit close. I don't know where to build that piece out. I think, do you know what? I think I'm going to pop this little side element off, and I think I'm going to put this back in. Just because I think it's going to be, how did that go? It's like that, isn't it? And I'll put that in just now, just to keep it safe. Right, this collar is going to fit in here. That's right, there's a bit at the back. And then I think it fits in. So this is going to get a little bit tricky, just because the model at the moment is a little bit... Right, get in there. Oof. There we go. And if I remember, I'm just going to put this collar on. I'm kind of jumping ahead because I know roughly what happens. So we're now building this little piece that's going to attach. Right, and then we've got this. So that's a wee bit different to that other side. Did that other side not have a... There we go, that's that on. Put the collar on. Right, so we're building up. This is like the other side of the probe, so this is his little utensil. Don't know if that's the right terminology, but it's these little so little parts that come out the two sides of his body. Do you know what? I feel like getting a takeaway. I must admit, I had a McDonald's. I hadn't had a McDonald's for a long time, and it was so good. That cheese steak, oh jeez, that was good. Not cheese steak, cheese stack. Sorry. Right, so we're building up the same here. We have got this little clip parts going there. And then that's going this side. So this side can close over. So if you remove this, you've got these two sort of utensil parts. And then this just clips in here. So this is his part that goes on this side. Now it kind of doesn't show you. It finishes it, it goes to the next part. But it doesn't really show you where it goes, which is kind of weird. Whether that's a misprint on on the program part, I don't know. But it doesn't actually show you. Oh my god, that's a difficult brick to get in there. I might go to the shop actually. After I built this, I'll go to the shop just to see what's if there's anything going kind of cheap. It's always good to see what reductions they've got. See what's going. See what the crack is. Oh, this is his little antenna part. Yep, that's going up there. So, I see what you're doing, baby. That is going to go right up there. As I like to call it, right up the Jodie Scheckter. And again, so it doesn't quite show you where this is going. It's probably going to be going up there somewhere. I'm going to stick that there just for the time being, because I think it's roughly there. Again, got a couple of spares here into my spares jar. Bag 11, again, not a big bag. This is going to be his foot. So I see the parts that resemble the last foot that we built. And there's some more cables. We've actually only got 2 cables in this one. With the last bag we actually had 4 cables, so they've gave us spares, which is good. So this R2 unit is going to go beside his companion in the film series, which was C3PO. Oh god, that cable's get caught up in there. Right, here we go. So, I hate when you press that button and it doesn't activate, it kind of goes, Oh, I'm going to Ibiza. Right by the island. Whoa, no, we've actually have got spares again. We've got another 2 of these cables here. It is there, we've got a clip. Right, here we go. Again, pretty much. Potentially I could actually maybe even build this without really much of instructions, because it is just kind of rinse and repeat of the other foot that we did. So we've kind of quietened down since the raid we had, which is quite good. I need to check these other people out that raided. Don't have the time at the moment because I'm kind of busy building and doing my own stuff, but I will check out those channels just to see what everybody's doing, what they're about. There we go. Jumper plate. Scotland. Right, so that's going in that way. So this is going to just float in there. So this is for, I don't know, I don't think Anya's in, but there's a quick, there's another quick. So when this part goes on, it kind of just blocks in that little part here. Is that a 3? Is that not a... socket. Don't know why I thought that was a... So, there we go, that clips in there. Quite a nice little fit. Right, and then we're building up this top half. And we're going to have a little side piece here. It's going to be one of these. Yep, so that one is going there. And then the other side, yeah, we're going to be building that little puck part that goes on. It's like it's a little gap filler, just to maintain the little gap, and then it keeps this little pin, stops that from moving about. What the hell? What the hell? Do 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 do. Oh. There we go. Palace beat Struggling West Ham 2-1. Leeds win 3-1 at Wolves. Something else, something else, something else. Right, so this just clips in like so. Okay. Oh, this comes up, right, that's what it is. That comes up a little bit. There we go. Foot is in. Right, so we're building up this kind of covering. Dee 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 dee. There we go. And this is going to go the inside. Not put that too far forward. Oh, where? There it is. That's it. Right, and then we've got these cables. Yep. So I think it's the same. I think we've got this one here. And that's going in there. Oh my goodness. Might actually be better putting this one in first. And then this one, I'm going to put this cable, I'm going to put this one in here first and then put the other one in. And that's going in there. Quite nice, just putting those little cables in. So there we go, first time we've actually had them up. You can actually see them next to the this R2 unit I've got, which is an electronic remote controlled one. It's pretty much the same. Yeah, so this part here, that goes there, so it's going in. It looks as if it's going in here. So that's always attachments. was going to say, is there? Yeah, there will be, because that's his. That's one mode of transport, and then his middle foot comes up. His middle foot comes out of here at the bottom. Whoa! So I think that was the way he walked. There we go. Right. Yeah. And then basically we can detach them. Right, bag 12, the final frontier, the final bag. Again, not that much. Not that much to do. So we do have the plate or the little blurb about them, which is printed, which is nice. Right, here we go. So we're building up. Don't know what we're building here. Do you know, is it... Yeah, he has got the middle leg. I was just going to say, has he actually got the middle leg? I was getting worried there for a minute. So I think we're going to be building the middle leg as we speak. But it's been a really nice build so far. Really enjoyable. That's going there. It all went quiet. I think we had about 7 or 8 viewers when that raid came in. I will check out the recipient of the raid just to see who he is and stuff. Maybe subscribe. So we're getting very close to the end. Oh, Kate. I don't know if Kate's just a wee minute. Kate's probably still here. I don't know why. It just came into my head. I mean, that's sitting on there like that. So this is going to be his little middle leg, which for a minute I thought they'd maybe like forgot about it, but so this is a 2x build. So let's get the old 2x build going on as we go. Nice. Well, I see it. That could be a spare actually, but I'm going to retrieve it because I know what it is. It's probably, most likely, yeah, I see 5 of them. So it probably was a little spare, but you're better off picking it up because that way, you know exactly where it's went. So imagine these are going to go on here. Yeah, back front. So again, we're just building up little side plates here. Oh, nice wee elbow crack there. Right, another 2 builds, so we'll get the old double whammer. Oh, you still on? Yeah, welcome back, Anya. We had a little bit of a raid. Nickman, I think, came in, was his name. So we had about 8 viewers, I think, at one point. which was interesting. While you were away. So nice little foot coming up here. Got the little feet, which makes it a little bit more. So it can do this a little bit, you know, a little bit of a movement. So again, this is going to give him the ability to roll about, or roll about fairly easily. So there we go. There's his little paws. Right, we have got angle piece, technique pin. Right, that is going in there. I don't really think there's a back and front to this. So little angle. Right, another 2 build. So these, the one that fell on the floor, we've got 2 of these going in. Right, we've got a good side and a bad side. I don't think we have. Yeah. Sometimes with Lego bricks you do get a good side. There's a side with a little hole. So these are just like, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of system there. I wonder if. I'm just thinking. I'm looking ahead here. I can see stuff. I'm all back. Sorry if any more illness in Dan's chat, Kevin. I will give time out. Dan tries to give good stream respect, please. Hi, Kate. Yeah, Kate's in. Yeah, he kind of was spamming a lot of emojis and stuff, which I think there's somebody that actually said that they couldn't see the chat. So there we go. We built up this little leg, and this is going right into his nether regions. So I think you'll actually be able to. It's basically just a Technic pin. So with it just fits with the Technic piece, which means you can actually have it in this form, which is in the film. That's how he walked. He kind of rocked, and then this is his kind of in good form and a good if he had good traction. He had the this mode. So there we go. Right, so, and we've got all his accoutrements, so it looks as if I've fitted his attachments, but you can take them off. Yeah. So basically these plates here, these plates cover these elements. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these out. So you take these off, and I was thinking, because I took the white plates off, but basically if you do this, which kind of makes sense, if you put these over, these are going to cover up, and that's like his normal mode. So you've got all the attachments here that you've got that you can put on. So now I think we're going to be building the stand. Yep, here's the stand coming. So again, I think it's the same. It's almost identical to the R2-D2, which is quite nice. So a little piece here. Nice quickage. Nice bit of quickage. Right, we've got 2 extra little pieces. I can put them in there. We've got some jumper plate. Oh, the jumper plates will be at the end. Yeah, jumper plates are here. So that's for the R2 minifig. And then we can put this, and that is going to complete this build. Really fun build. Really nice. Let's get this clicked in. Something just moved behind me. Something touched my leg. So there we go. And that is going to complete the R2 build. So get him just out of the way just briefly. So there we go. There's the plaque. Obviously printed pieces. So R2-D2, manufacturer was Industrial Automation. Model number is the R2 series astromech droid. Primary function, navigation and repair. Height 1.09 meters. Equipment, holographic projector. Spacecraft linkage and control arms. Universal computer, interface arm, buzzsaw, third tread, retractable. Primary sensor colour, red. Cool. But I'm going to put my electronic R2 unit here. So this is his little attachments I'm going to keep there. I've got some extra cables. I quite like how they've got these like hot detachable, meaning that you don't need to put this white bit off to attach it here. You know, I like that. But there we go. There is the R2 unit. Really nice build. The head rotates 360 degrees, obviously. Quite a nice bit of domage on the head. And you can detach this, as we just mentioned previous. So this, the leg comes out, and you can get into his, you get into that mode. And again, you can attach these. So this part here goes just up here, so you can have that up, and you can detach these panels and put in the arms. So I'm going to put them in the old tripod mode. That is a really nice build. So here is C3PO. So the two nameplates are actually quite good. They're universally. You probably actually could reverse it and join them together, which I might actually do, and just join them together. But I'm going to get because I may have to do a little bit of moderation, but so yeah, I might have to do a little bit of tinkering. So there is a way that you can have his arm out a little bit straighter, so I need to investigate. So what I need to do is, I'm going to get his spare elements, just put them there. Yeah, that's a good little set. So let's see the stats. Built this set in 3 hours, 19 minutes and 36 seconds, 616 steps, 19 seconds spent per step on average. And if you stack the bricks, it would reach 17.5 meters tall. Really good set, really enjoyed that. So I need to now modify, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to search. I need to search for how to pose this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to Lego C3PO and R2-D2 pose. Right, let's see. Yeah, so his arm is got to be more So these arms detach basically. So there's a little bracket here. So you've got these little actuators. So I need this to be more like that. I think if I'm... Oh, sorry. I think I broke them. So I think that's like that. Yeah, that's it. So here we go, and I've just put that there. So he's kinda gonna stand here. I don't know. There we go. So that's them posing together. So probably long term, what I really maybe even want to do is maybe I'm going to incorporate these two elements together and have C3PO this side. And to be honest, I think it'd be quite nice to build a base around this. I'm actually going to look at possibly in the future. I might see if there's any, like there's things called mocks. So you get a mock, which is basically somebody will take this and then they'll do their own kind of sort of version. And what they may do is he may build this base. So you may be able to deconstruct this base to build an extra piece out to incorporate R2 into the unit. But that's him just tapping R2-D2 in the head. And you can have his arm down here. So together again in the universe of Star Wars. That was a really nice build actually. Really happy with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this light on just to get a different kind of and that's probably actually better for... So here's my little light. I don't know how that looks in camera. But that was a fantastic build. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, so these are little. This is £1.50. It's a little LED battery operated light, and I think it's meant for reading. I know it's, but I think it's quite nice for maybe posing. You know, for certain. You know, you could incorporate this into a stand, like this stand, for instance, and have it as a little light set. You know, if I put this light off, for instance, if I wait till we see, can I get an effect? You'll see what I mean. So how does that work? That's actually that's pretty cool, isn't it? You know, it's a little bit of a... Yeah, it's a little bit different. I'm going to put this. This phone's went really weird. So I'm going to just switch that phone off. And I'm going to go to me. It's actually quite bright outside, but I don't think the light is good, if I'm honest. It's amazing actually how bright it is in here. But it's just a little cheap light, it's nothing really fancy. I thought it'd be good for you know, just for highlight stuff. But that was set number. As I say, it's got the special minifig. So it's the 25th. It's the 25th anniversary of Star Wars and Lego. So that is the box there. So as I say, set number is 75379, and you do get the Darth Malik minifig, which I do have here. So you get this, the guy with the red suit, you get him in it, which is quite nice. So a nice little addition to your kit. And you know, you can put the detachable stuff out. So that's C3PO and R2-D2 reunited in Lego form. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put him. See, there's my little VIP. I've not seen Dave in. So I've got some of my little builds here. So I'm going to just manoeuvre so there we go. And that's them reunited. There's the display stands. As I say, I would very much like to put actually these two here as well. I'd actually really like to get dear, they're actually a really good, you know, Star Wars is just such a great film, and in fact I need to get his actuators. Where's the one? Did I break his arm? Where's his? Oh, I see this one's here actually. There we go. I thought I'd broke them there for a second. When I see these two, they actually make me chuckle, because in the film they were quite a, you know, through the whole franchise they were basically like the main part of the film almost. You know, there's other characters obviously through the film, other main characters, but as a duo they had some really good comedy moments in the film. But yeah, that was a really enjoyable build. There's my bear, my old European brown bear that I got in Italy. Love that wee bear. So that's gonna be. I'm gonna just and there's these little attachments that we can put on, which is quite good. So yeah, I'm gonna look at the possibility of having a base where these two are like mounted on them as like a kind of almost like a what would you call those plates? A mouse plate type of idea, maybe. Or try and incorporate them into that base with C3PO, try and get the same colour. Somebody somewhere's probably did a mock of it, I'd imagine. Because that would bring him up a little bit, which probably would be correct in a way. And I could actually put his head, could turn his head a little bit. Turn his head, there we go. But the two of them go together really well. In fact, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer. Yeah, so here's this old chappie. So you can actually see here that the scale of this and the scale of this is almost perfect. And you can see his cables coming out here, and it's amazing the detail that's in the. I actually see a little piece where they've got like brick elements. Like you could face up this little part here. There's little stubs. You could face that up, but then again, like Lego always like to expose some bricks just to say, you know, this is a Lego build. It's quite a cute little light. I'm not gonna lie, it's nice. I bought it, as I say, I had other intentions of lighting up some of my builds, but you could probably buy it in a better format. But anyway, I'm gonna end this stream. That's half 5. I don't need to be. I'm a little bit later tomorrow, working wise, so I don't need to be in my bed for another couple of hours. But I'll probably end up doing a career mode and looking to see what I can get for dinner. Don't know what. I don't really want to order in, but I could. That, I tell you one thing, that I've actually got on my phone. I've actually got a free. I've got a free drink to get, which I just remembered when I see the back of my phone here. In fact, I'm going to scout round here. Let's swap the old camera. There we go. So, folks, a little 5-10 minutes left, just to kind of just talk and maybe even answer any questions. I don't know if there's many people in that maybe need questions answered even. So got this little chappie as well. Old Thor, an old golden haired boy. Anya, you'll probably be eating your Indian. That's put me in the mood for an Indian, I'm not going to lie. I think getting a takeaway is good because it means I can just sit here and kind of chill. You know, and I don't really need to. I mean, head to the wee shop. It's practically just across the road. It's quite good because sometimes you can pick up some bargains. But I don't really need anything else. Anya, if you're in, I'll show you. So I bought a potato masher because Anya went to make mashed potatoes, and I didn't have a masher, so I bought this thing, and it's I need to do it on. In fact, if I put it down here, you'll see it better. Look. So it's actually quite good. It's a spring-loaded whisk. So I just thought for doing like scrambled eggs, it'd be absolutely ideal. Actually, do you know when I bought this, I thought it was just that kind of one, but I didn't realise it was an automatic old plunger. Again, it's probably ideal for men. But no, it's pretty good. Got that in the pound shop. It wasn't actually a pound. I think it was. I don't know. I need to check. Maybe it was a pound. But I thought it'd be really good for making eggs. But that's what I got. I thought it was just a little manual whisk, and then I got the old green goddess. The old. In fact, I should really have burnt some candles in here, but it's getting a bit late now. But yeah, I think Anya must be She must be otherwise engaged. She's quiet. I don't like it when she's quiet. So, in fact, do you know what I'm going to do? Just while I'm here. So I'm going to flat pack my box. So I need to get the old knife. So again, you find the little... You find an edge in here. And then once you get in, you just wiggle it. Actually, there was a guy who... He's obviously collected Lego for a while and he got rid of all his boxes. I'll probably never really sell my kits, if I'm brutally honest. I've got them to the day I die. And then after that, what somebody does with them, who knows? But at the moment I'm keeping them because once they're flat packed, they're pretty decent. So that's another box for the archives. Do you know, I don't know, Kate. I really don't know. In fact, can I get a mid camera? Because I feel maybe if I go back, there we go. I don't know. That is a good question, and I do have a lot of Star Wars sets. Like when I think about it, I've got about I've got a number of Star Wars sets. I've also got there's one I want to build. It's a car, but it's a unique car. I kind of want to build that potentially. Probably going to be an old set. I think all the stuff. I don't really think I've got like new like this year. I'm trying to think what's come out this year. It's all kind of old stuff I've got, or stuff that's been out certainly maybe a couple of years. I don't think I've got anything like brand. I don't know. Anya's bought some stuff. There's a little wreath that I'm going to build, but I'll probably do that off stream because it's quite. It's not fiddly, but it's maybe not going to be good content for putting in a live stream. But a lot of my sets are old that I've got. Not super old. They're still, you can still buy them. Some of them are getting a little bit rare. I've got a couple of cars that I can build. I've got a couple of Star Wars. I've got some big... I mean, the Star Wars range, I've actually got two really like quite unique builds of a certain series. God, I'm trying to think what else I've got through there. Do you know, I actually don't know what I'm going to... That's a very long answer. I don't know, to be honest. What I usually do is, when I finish this stream, I'll go through and I'll probably look at what I've got. And then I kind of like... I'll probably look and say, right, I could build that, I could build this, I could maybe do that one. But I'm trying to think maybe I need to get... Like, the next build I don't think will be a Star Wars build. But I do have a lot of Star Wars stuff that I can do. I say a lot. I've got a few Star Wars builds that I could do. I've also got some art series that I can start building. Because Anya's going to be down on Wednesday, I think. I believe she's coming down. So maybe I'll be off Tuesday, Wednesday this week. Or I'll go back to work Thursday. So when she comes down... She might be down later. So me and Anya could start a build. But excuse me. But we do have... I've got a lot of botanicals as well that I can build. The botanicals are maybe a little bit... Again, it's like, I think when you stream Lego, I think some kits generate a lot of hits. Some don't. It just really depends. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, Kate. I've actually thought about that, like previous. I'm trying to think if we did. I don't know if I did a stream with Anya that I had two kits that I was going to build. I think it was the Jaws and was it was it the Porsche 911 that I built and Jaws. I think I basically built both, but could maybe do a poll. It depends how much it generates, though. Like my channel's still relatively, I say, young in a sense. You know, it'd be great to put like maybe three choices of kits, and people pick a kit that's going to be built, and then build that kit. And as you say, people can maybe build along if they've got that set. You know, that's going forward in the future. That's a great idea, and I'll take that on board. That's a good one, Kate. But what I'll probably I'm gonna check while I'm probably waiting my dinner. I'll probably go and check my stash, my build stash, and I'll look and I'll probably see what I can build. The good thing with when I build stuff myself, when Anya's up at East Kilbride, it's quite good for me to build Star Wars stuff because it is stuff that I like. I'm not saying Anya doesn't like Star Wars, but you know, there's sets that we can get involved together that make sense. But the Star Wars stuff is kind of my individual solo effort. But I think, I mean, I could maybe even start a build prior to Anya coming down. Depends what time she comes down. Wednesday, but Thursday we can probably start a build with Anya, which will be something totally different. So that's an option. So my next build could be another Star Wars. I'm not going to lie. I do have a couple of Star Wars ones to build. But yeah, I think it's a good problem to have when you have a good number of options and sets. As I say, we have built up a little bit of a stash. There's one kit that is going to be. I mean, I probably use the term massive as one way of describing it. That's going to be a really big one. There's another one just below that, which again is another fantastic kit. That I picked up some good deals on. In fact, one's actually my Christmas present. So there's a possibility. I've not really thought when we're going to build that one. But there's a possibility that I could maybe have it finished for Christmas, or I could start building it just prior. Because Christmas isn't far away, really, when you think about it. That build could actually last into Christmas, maybe. But that kit is actually got it's got its problems. It's more to do with storing it. That's the big. The Titanic was a big kit, but it's good because it's long and thin. You can get storage like a case and stuff for that. But this one that I'm gonna build is kind of needs that. It's not essentially necessary. You do need a stand for it. But it'd be nice just to get a case for it, to invest that little bit extra. When you save the money on the kit, you can then put the money you saved onto the display, which I think is quite a good thing. Write a list of what sets you have, and then each stream we could help you choose a set to build, so we can build together. Marvel, Animal Crossing, Super Mario sets, Batman. Yeah, I have got a Batman set. I don't really have any Animal Crossing. I don't really have that much in the way of Marvel. Yeah, that could maybe change. That's a possibility. Yeah, so Anya's got one for Halloween, which I could start building that soon actually. We can maybe even do that together. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, some good ideas, Kate. But yeah, I think it's good when you have it's good when you have have a problem at thinking what set you can. Sometimes when I go through there, there's sets that I've actually forgot about, which is quite good. Um, but there's a couple coming up that I'm yeah yeah there's stuff getting released actually. One that I'm probably gonna get is the Game Boy, but it's not a big build. It's quite a It's probably going to be like it's only like £50 I think for it. That's coming out in the first. In fact, that's coming out soon. When it's the 1st of October. This is what, the 20th. So that'll be like another 2 weeks. Well, a week and a half. Um. So there's actually an opportunity. I might actually go up to Glasgow for that. Maybe it could be a lot of hassle though. But I don't think it'll be super busy up there. You only go up there and it's maybe sold out. So Halloween, you've got the barn set. I've got the White Skull set and the Pumpkin Truck set for this year. I've got the Santa Visit Christmas set and the Elf Clubhouse. Oh, that's cool, Kate. We've actually got, maybe Anya will maybe tell you, but we've got one of those to build. I think Anya was going to get the Pumpkin Truck, I think. Yeah, Christmas wreath. We are probably. I think Anya was talking about maybe going to AliExpress for some of that stuff. So, because it's Christmassy stuff, I don't know if it merits buying the official Lego. Perhaps maybe going AliExpress or going that kind of side and maybe being a little saving a bit of money for something that's only going to be out for that time. That's something that we maybe think about going forward, but I need to discuss with Anya about that. I think she's thinking about getting some of that kind of stuff. Yeah, the Super Mario Kart. Do you know? I've always been a PlayStation and a Sega plays in PlayStation. I did have a Super Nintendo. I actually had an NES and I had a Super Nintendo, a SNES, an NES and a SNES. But I was never a big like Nintendo fanboy. I think the Super Mario, I think it looks pretty cool, and I think I would get other sets before I got Super Mario. So it's not that I would never build that, but it's kind of like at the back burner, kind of. Yeah, Anya's also wanting the Wizard of Oz, the art set, which I think is pretty cool. And again, the good thing with the art set is we can stick it on a wall, which kind of really does make a difference in terms of space. Art sets are good that way. Speaking of art, I need to look at the Milky Way. So my plan for the Milky Way is to maybe light it and have like purple bricks around the edge and light it from the back when I put it up in this wall. In fact, it's probably going to go just here. See, in the live stream, you'll probably be able to see it. And I think it'd be quite nice just sort of lit up. I'll paint it off in installments. Yeah. I think we've got a similar thing with Klarna. I do want the Wizard of Oz bookends set. Yeah, there's a lot of really nice stuff. I'm quite. I have got a collection of books. I haven't bought as many hard. In fact, I was saying I haven't bought as many hardback books recently. I've actually got one coming probably Monday. It's a signed edition. In fact, I may show you on stream. But I do collect some, like Jack Reacher's ones that I collect. And I think I like to fill up my shelves with books. I'm at a stage now where I probably need to maybe calm down in the book buying. But I do like to buy like special editions and stuff. Um, but I think me and Anya have talked about shelves, and we do need to get shelves. We're talking about getting shelves in this bit. And looking at it from here, you'd need to get a little. If you got an angle shelf that basically just shelved this unit, it'd be quite nice. But we would need to cost factor it. I think if I was really good at carpentry, which I'm not bad, but I think attaching stuff to walls, I'm always a little bit wary. Yeah. So and you want the barn and skull, yeah. But I'm looking at shelves as well. There's so many things going on. It's like so one of these things where uh, we are running out of room. We're kind of like looking around. I've put my time machine, my DeLorean Back to the Future time machine down just in front of my telly. That usually sits up at the back here. In fact, I'm actually. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and grab it just while I see it. I just sat it there out the way because it kind of gets in the way of my stream. So I'm just going to grab that. And while, man, I've actually, as usual, I've kind of broke it. As you do. It wouldn't be a Lego if you didn't pick it up without destroying it. So I've got my. Do you know what? I absolutely love this set. The old time machine, the DeLorean. You put a time machine out of a DeLorean? Marty! It's a great set. And it's a great stand. This mock stand that I got. Cheap as chips, really. So I'm just gonna set that. Whoa, easy, Tiger. Just gonna put that back there. But anyway, folks, I am probably gonna head off. It's good chatting. I enjoyed that little chat afterwards, actually, with Kate and Anya. So I'm gonna head off, Anya and Kate, and anybody else who came into the stream. We did have a raid there. We had some silliness. I'm not gonna lie. We had some we had some people coming in just doing a lot of emojis and stuff. But we did have a raid, which is the first time I think I've ever had a raid, if I'm honest. But yeah, I'm gonna head off, Anya. I'm gonna think about what I can get to eat. What are you saying there, Kate? I don't have the time machine. It's funny because before I came on, I was watching Back to the Future on TV. Do you know what? Me and Anya were going to watch Back to the Future. I've seen it quite a number of times. It's like I've seen it enough, but I can maybe play a part in it. But this Lego build is absolutely fantastic. This is it in its third film series. It's Wild West. I'm going to convert it back to the original. So I'm going to get rid of this Mr. Fusion in the back. So Mr. Fusion was in part 2 and part 3. So I'm going to reconfigure it back to its original. So I'll do that maybe even do that sometime next couple of days. But that is a phenomenal build. Kind of intricate. It's also got. I love it because it's got. You press the button here, so the flux capacitor is fluxing. There's a little button here. It presses down. You've got a little light up element. which is pretty cool. That's a flux capacitor. Yeah, just a great build. Really worthwhile getting. I know a lot of people maybe don't like the cars, but I think it really looks good as well. Is it $300 in Australian money? I think that's the same as like Canada and stuff. Like Canada with American dollars is quite a. I think it can be quite pricey. Right, folks. I'm heading off. I'm gonna get something to eat. Fill my belly. Not that I really need to fill my belly, but well, I do need to fill my belly. We all do. But yeah, thanks for the chat, Kate. It was really nice just to kind of get like kind of pick up close and personal with people. Because sometimes when I'm building, I sometimes see comments, but sometimes I do miss them. But it's just nice to have that wee bit of that wee chat. So I will head off and I'll be back on. I mean, I could be on tomorrow, Sunday, because Sunday's a bit of a funny day. It's a transitional day between finishing a little bit later. I think I finish at 11 my time. So I possibly may do, if I think of what I can build, I may do a stream. Oh, cheers, Kate. I love you too. And I'm sure Anya will probably just pop in before I go. But yeah, it's nice talking to you. And cheers for that. That means a lot. But I do my heart, but it's kind of weird. It doesn't look like a heart. Maybe I need to get more pointy. And there we go. Right, Anya. I don't know. I think she's sleeping. She's probably not sleeping. She's probably chatting. She's probably busy. But I love you both, Anya and Kate, and everybody else that's in the stream. Absolutely. We did have a little bit of a kind of silliness and that, but it was good. But once again, thanks very much. I'm going to do the old finger. So when you stream on this phone, there's a little button here that you press. So it's all finger of death. And then I get to a screen where I can hit the middle bit and it ends it. So are you still there, Anya? Right, Anya, I'm going to be heading, honey bun. I will see you. I'll probably talk to you soon anyway. So I'm going to do the old pre-finger. So anyway, folks, take care, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers, Kate. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Anya, for moderating. And I'll see you again. Love yous all. Bye.